I want to give you 7 life lessons that I wish somebody told me when I was 18 years old. If I knew these things, I would be so far ahead of my competition and where I'm at right now, it would not even be funny. But yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm KJ. I run online businesses. I make like $60K a month. If that's something you care about and think is cool, then maybe these will help you. If not, don't watch this video. So, all right, let's get right into it. So the first lesson that I learned is all your parents and your teachers and everyone will teach you to be a certain like character type. So, you need to go to college. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And an architect or a doctor or this and this. And this trains you to think in the wrong way. Because instead of just becoming what you need to be to hit your goal, you fit in this lane. And anytime you go out of it, you feel like, I shouldn't be doing this because I'm a doctor, or I can't work on this because I'm a lawyer. And the reality is, if you want to succeed, you just need skills. So the first lesson is, do not try to fit in some lane or some character type. Just learn skills. Like, focus on learning hard skills. And this goes against everything that they tell you, right? Because they want you to get a piece of paper saying that they approve of whatever you do. But in reality, that doesn't matter. All that matters is, what problems can you solve? Meaning, what skills do you have to solve those problems? So if you want to make money, you don't need to go to college. You just learn skills that make money. It sounds simple, but guys, that's the reality of it. And as soon as I learned valuable skills like persuasion and sales, copywriting, advertising, speaking, coaching, all of these things, my income exploded. And it's really that simple. You need to view the world as through your learning skills. And this also helps you, because if you spend like a year or 2 years building some landscaping business or something and it completely tanks, you might think, I just wasted 2 years because I was going to be a landscaper and now I'm not. But the reality is you learn so many skills through those 2 years of doing that thing, whatever that thing is, that's insanely valuable. I used to, this is going to be kind of a little bit embarrassing, but I used to do rap music, and I would I still have music on Spotify. It has 10,000 plays on my best song. But I did that for 2 or 3 years, and I spent 8 hours a day. Not that much, but I spent a long time mixing music, learning how to do audio, all this stuff, and I thought it was a waste for a long time. But then I realized that knowing how to do audio is a pretty good skill. I learned a good skill. Is it insanely useful? Not really, but it does help. You can hear this audio is pretty good. It's because I spent 3 years learning how to mix audio. So it's all about learning skills, and those skills are going to stack exponentially. So by learning how to do cinematography a little bit, this camera looks nice. By learning audio sounds nice. By learning a little bit of lighting, the lighting looks nice. And all this compounds into my YouTube channel, getting more views, meaning I get more sales on my course because I learned persuasion, which means I make $60K a month now. So it all compounds, guys. So do not view the world as I'm this person or this person. View the world as I need skills, and pick up skills. You can learn and be anything. And so, people can't fit me into a box. When they ask me what I do, I don't even know what to tell them. I just say, I do marketing because that's the easiest thing. But when you learn skills, you never fit in a box. You just evolve to become the next person you need to be, because you keep getting all these skills. So yeah, that's the first thing. And the second lesson is the news and teachers and even your parents sometimes will give you all of these lessons and advice and kind of tell you, everyone will tell you that they care about you. Think about politics, right? They'll tell you we care about, I care about the working class and we're going to help you lower your taxes and all. In reality, guys, you need to realize that no one cares. No one cares for your success more than you do. No one ever will care more than you do. It's up to you to change your future. And this sounds kind of cliche, but you need to hear this, because you are still waiting on someone. Maybe it's me. Maybe you're waiting on the next KJ video. Maybe you're waiting on the next course I drop, or waiting on the government to come lower tax. They don't care about you. They don't. They don't know who you are. They don't know your name. And if you want to get somewhere in life, success-wise, you have got to do it yourself. Like, obviously you're going to have people in like a team and people that help you, but like no one's going to make you do the work is what I'm saying. Like no one's going to sit down and make you do the things that make you successful. No one will, because no one can. It's up to you. So it doesn't matter what government, what family you have, what teachers, it doesn't matter. None of those things matter. All that matters is like, are you going to do the work? And so you must care for yourself enough to actually do the stuff that makes you successful. And that leads me to my next point. Because of that reason, and because most people are completely unaware, they're blind to that fact, it is actually very easy to become great. It's very easy. I want you to think about this, guys. 8 months ago, I was making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Now I'm making $60,000 a month. I make I make like a pretty good yearly salary for someone in America every month. I'm an idiot on camera talking to you guys, and I'm like 25 years old right now. Like I'm 25 years old, making $60,000 a month. Like, yes, I have talents and stuff that I was given, but honestly, it's not that hard. Like, even if it takes you 5 years, you realize even if it takes you 5 years to make money online, you're still like way ahead. You see how easy it is? Like, it's really not that hard to be great. Now, you're in this online world where you see people like me talking and making all this big money. You think that everyone's making money. Bro, just look outside. Like, literally go outside and look at all the people walking down the street. All those people are not making any money online, right? They're not making over 100K a year, especially not over 60K a month, right? So it's really not that hard to be great. Like, it's pretty easy to be way above average, but you have to try. And you have to do the first 2 points, which is like learn skills, realize that no one cares, and just work hard. The problem is like people will work hard for a few months and not get anywhere. And they're like, what's happening? Guys, it takes years. But years is so short in the grand scheme of things. 5 years of your life is honestly like nothing. Nothing in the grand scheme. Like imagine you work for 5 years and you never worry about money again. Guys, it's insane. Going on to like making money. The next lesson number 4, is that you have to learn sales. And you've heard people say that. And as soon as I said that, you're probably like, I don't want to learn sales. And you don't want to learn sales because you truly believe that sales is inherently like evil. You think you have a negative connotation with the word sales. And I used to have the same thing. And it ruined my progress for a long time. Because you see, your perception of the reality of sales is based off of like movies and, stereotypes with the used car salesman, or like a salesman in Costco trying to get you to buy something. Like, you have the completely wrong perception of sales versus the reality. The reality is that sales can be one of the most impactful skills for the people you're trying to serve. Why? Because I have guys that are in my high ticket coaching program, and I collected their testimonials the other day, and like 6 of them all said that joining my program, this is not a sales pitch, by the way, don't buy my program, I'm just telling you, they said that joining my program was the best decision of their life, one of the most pivotal decisions of their entire life. Like, it changed their life. Some of them dropped out of college, they dropped out of their jobs, like they're making money online. Like, it was the best decision of their life. And if I had not have learned sales, I could not have actually got them to join and make that commitment. Because when you sell someone, you're forcing them to change and make a commitment. And so, yes, it can be evil. If what you're selling is a scam or what you're selling isn't good, then yeah, it's terrible. But sales is not terrible. Sales is neutral. It just depends on what you're selling. And so you have to learn sales if you ever want to really just change lives in a substantial way. Like, you have to know sales. And that brings us to point number 5, which is something that plagued me for my entire childhood and even through college. You see, I grew up in a very small town, and not a lot of people had money in my small town, and the people that did were not necessarily the best people. And so I grew up with this belief that money is evil, because you hear about it in the Bible and stuff. Obviously, like, I read the Bible, and that's where I base all my truth off. But there are some verses in the Bible that can make you think that money is completely evil. But then you also read about King David, King Solomon, all these kings that were like after God's own heart, and they were the richest people on earth, or Job. So obviously money isn't evil. But that's the belief you have to come to, which is money is not evil. Money is simply neutral. If you were an evil person and you get more money, you become more evil. If you're an amazing person who's following after God and is generous, you become more generous and more of an amazing person. And so you must get rid of this thought that money is evil. You need to understand that money is power, and power can be evil or good. So you must be very careful when understanding that, okay, money is not evil. It's not bad for you to want money, depending on why you want it. Because all money is a store of value. It's just a number that you can buy something with. So like if you want to do evil, prideful things, then yes, money is bad because it gives you the ability to do those things. But if you want to do good and help people and provide value and tell people about God, then money is a great thing. Like, missionaries need money too. So, yeah, money is not evil. It is simply neutral. But you must be very, very careful about, be honest with yourself. Why do you want money? And if it's for the wrong reason, that's what you should work on. And next thing, point number 6 is you need to fall in love with competition. The most progress I've ever made in my life is when I was competing really hard with someone. And what you need to understand is that competition is, like, healthy competition is good for everyone involved. It pushes you to go harder. It pushes your competition to go harder. In business, that means that your customers get more value. Like, everyone wins when there's good competition. It forces us to be great. I mean, I just watched a movie last night, Fly Me to the Moon, where it was like the space race between America and Russia. Like, I guarantee you, if there had not been a race, no one would have got to the moon. Like, the competition is what drove, like, us as humans to just go absolutely insane and drive for something crazy that we never would have done had there not been competition. Like, I guarantee you, without the competition, that would have never happened. And so you need to fall in love with competition. Do not be scared of it. Do not be mad at competitors. You need to respect competitors and understand that, like, that's how you truly push yourselves to the next level, by having that competition. And then bringing us to our last life lesson, and by far the most important, is that after making $60,000 a month and, I don't know, moving to a nice apartment, and I have an amazing wife, and I really have everything I could have ever dreamed of, for real. Without God, it's all meaningless. Guys, the goals you're striving after, what you think you want, without God at the center of it, it's all meaningless. Because, like, why are we here? Why are we here on this world, right? I believe in the truth of the Bible, and I believe that God has created us as his creation, and he wants a relationship with us. And I believe that he sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for our sins, because we're inherently just evil people. And if we believe in Jesus, we can have a relationship with God again. Like, I believe this with all my heart. You can tell it in my voice. And so I understand that, like, at the core, that's what I'm here for, is to tell people about God. That's why I make these videos. That's why I make money. Like, that's why I do everything. And, like, that core purpose literally gives me the power to do everything else. Like, that's where everything stems from. Like, that's how I can acquire money and it not, like, ruin me and all this stuff. Like, it's all because I have God at the center of my life. And that's a daily, like, that's a daily thing to have to sacrifice every single day. Like, it's not just like, oh, I just make a decision one time and now I'm always going to do the right thing. Like, no, it's tough. You have to wake up every day and say, all right, God, help me to not be prideful. Help me to not be selfish. Help me to build these things that I want to build for you and for your kingdom. And so, yeah, this 7 life lessons I wish I knew at 18. Hopefully this helped you guys, and see you later.